The recording has begun.
Okay, sir.
So you need to make the introduction first, Mariam, and then your guest. Recording has begun.
Okay. So, Aman, now you can start.
Okay, thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. My name is Ahmed Hafiz Anjum, and I'm working with Sustainable Development Initiative here at University of Management Technology, Lahore. Sustainable Development Initiative at UMT is providing the platform for students to learn and perform the art of social leadership. And actually, when the world was introduced to the Sustainable Development Goals, our country included it the agenda of SDGs 2030 in his national policy. And when it was included, industry, development sector, and government, they started working to achieve these goals. But unfortunately, the role of academia in our country was ignored entirely. As the major stakeholder, academia should be playing its role. That academia has a very large students available here, youngsters, which will be the future leaders of our country. So under the vision of President Ibrahim Hassan Murad, we initiated this department where we are trying to convert the positive energies of our students towards volunteering so that they can become this social leaders and become a active member of society, and not an active member, but an empathetic active member. They can play their role to uplift the community. So we started kind of building collaborations. We started signing MOUs with many development organizations. To be exact, we have signed 60 plus MOUs with development organizations working in Pakistan. And our one credit has been included in all undergraduate programs offered at UMT, which is a huge thing. I don't think so any other university in Pakistan has included one credit in all of its undergraduate programs. Students of our three schools have spent 70,000 hours in community service in last year, in which they planted trees. They have joined some non-formal schools and teach student over there, help the teachers in kind of using non-conventional ways to enhance the learning experience of the students coming over there to learn. And they have kind of engaged in plantation drives, ration drives, meal food serve drives, you name it, cloth donation drive. During the COVID, when the students were not able to go into the field and do the regular work, we kind of sit together with our partner organizations, and we came up that why not we introduce an online engagement, community engagement, where our student can engage online with development organizations and can work for their build case studies for them, run social media campaigns, and kind of promote the activities they are doing. So when I met Mariam and we signed the MOU, she talked about this international conference, which I guess we'll be discussing today. And I think it's a very good initiative, and it will be a huge platform for our students where they can learn and see what international collaborations are doing, what internationally organizations, academia, and social champions are doing for the SDGs. I think it will be a huge opportunity for our students. Thank you. That's all from my side. Please, Mariam, over to you.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. And thank you so much for giving us this opportunity as well to collaborate with your program through our platform, through our different initiatives. And we are trying to give the platform to the students for not only for the local learnings, even we are going to provide international and global learnings for the students as well. So before moving forward, we can quickly see today's agenda as well, because if I think so, agenda will be not shared with the students. So we are going to cover today We are going to having opening remarks regarding this initiative and regarding this opening launch of internship program by our chairperson, Dr. Tamara. And then we are going to having introduction, which Ahmed already done due to the shortage of time, by the introduction of the internship program by SDI department. Then I'm going to present a brief introduction or presentation regarding the idea behind International Women's Development Conference and this internship program. So we are going to present concept note of International Women's Day Conference front of all students to understand why we are going to collaborate and why we are going to open this product or this initiative for the internship program. Because otherwise you can, majorly you have seen that students have joined the program with the organizations and they are going to visit the whole systems of the organization. But we are going to take them only for one initiative, and this initiative itself is a bigger initiative. That's why we are going to take them exclusively for this initiative. We are going to segregate these students in different groups, and we are giving them different tasks. And at the end of these tasks and the completions of the tasks, we are going to launch or present a collective research report from the students from the university and from International Women's Day Conference. This is the impact which we want to generate from this internship program. And then we have our strategic planning head of International Women's Day Conference. This is Jenny Carrington. Jenny Carrington is coming with us today to highlight the program strategy and implementing model of the program. Then we have our very dearest and senior colleague, Andrew William Jr., which is already providing us the whole technical support in the programs. He's coming with us to highlight the virtual model and tasks of this program. Then we have 30 minutes, 20 minutes for the answer questions. And at the end of the program, we have with us our Goodwill Ambassador, Princess Seppi from South Africa. She is coming and joining us today for the vote of thanks. So this is the today's agenda. And let me check if Dr. Tamara has joined us. She will join us for the opening remarks for the program. Sir Andrew William, is Dr. Tamara with us? Okay. In between, I think so we can quickly see the presentation. Sir, Dr. Tamara is with us.
Oh, Miriam, I'm here. I apologize.
Okay.
What was the question?
Sir, I'm asking that is Dr. Tamara is with us now?
I did not let her in. I don't see her here.
No, she's saying that I think so we have crossed the 100 students limit or participants in the Zoom, and she's trying to contact you to join the Zoom meeting.
I don't see her in the waiting area.
No, I didn't. So I think so I can start my presentation. In between, you can contact with her and she can join us.
Okay, well, you're the host now, so I'm the co-host. So
okay.
If she comes in, you'll have to control that. I'll call her.
Okay. So everyone can see my screen, please.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So this is community engagement by STI with Community Development Foundation and Global Women's Development Network for International Women's Day Conference 2022. This is virtual internship program. And I think so the huge number of students right now will focus on this presentation because this is exclusively designed for the students today. This is the introduction. CDF group of non-profit companies. What is CDF? Community Development Foundation is an organization we have established in 2009, and we are working with national and international organizations for one exclusive program. And this exclusive program is Women Economic Empowerment. And this Women Economic Empowerment is accelerate progress to achieving economic growth and quality of life. So this is the introduction of Community Development Foundation. Next, we have Global Women's Development Network. Global Women's Development Network is a diverse, effective, and an inclusive network based in USA, Pakistan. Global Women's Development Network registered with the Secretary of State of Texas, and this is the registration number as a non-profit organization. Global Women's Development Network will be recognized as a non-profit women development organization by women for women, and will be served globally as a social and economic development platform for women, especially for grassroots. This is the GWDN Partners Wall. We have international partners, few are the national partners also, and these are the GWDN registered partners with us right now on the wall of Global Women's Development Network. Overview of the initiative for internship. Concept of International Women's Day Conference 2020. We can see in the points, although it's a bigger text, but we can see in the. So International Women's Day is celebrated annually on 8th March. It offers an opportunity to reflect our progress made, to call for change, and to celebrate acts of courage and determination by ordinary women who have played an extraordinary role in the history of their countries and communities. In the light of current year, March 2021, International Women's Day Conference 2021, a group of like-minded women leaders from plus 17 countries participated and observed that women are the leaders all over the world in almost every field of life. They lead business processes for economic development, running businesses, establishing businesses, ventures as successful entrepreneurs, building communities, leading nations, serving on front desks in hospitals and schools. They are presidents of their countries and cooperative boards. They are promoting peace, heading international organizations, for serving and promoting grassroots organizations, participating at larger scale in agriculture, enhancing their presence in sports teams, labor and environmental movements, often while caring of their families and communities. So this is the concept note behind International Women's Day Conference. In March 2021, International Women's Day Conference, a week-long celebration. We celebrate all women and particularly those leading the change for women empowerment and equality. We encouraged all women leaders with their initiative, ideas, proposals, and suggestions for girls and women who dream of leadership to take it up. Conference was based on do not wait. It is your right, and the world needs you now more than forever, through 12 points charter of demand at the closing of the conference. March 2022, International Women's Day Conference 2022, we believe that women collectively will change our world for the better tomorrow. Where there is gender equality, societies are more prosperous, peace is more durable, economic condition will be more powerful, education will be more accessible for all. Good health will be priority of all families and nations. Networking and partnership will be backbone of every initiative, and societies will get benefit collectively. Although many obstacles still block women's path to leadership, one of the most fundamental is the lack of awareness about the women's rights. Many women cannot make basic decisions about their work, families, communities, as well as no access to share their will and opinion as citizen or like men, such as lack of civic education and lack of their own rights, or even make their own healthcare choices. International Women's Day Conference, the major objective of the week-long virtual conference dated 4th March to 8th March 2022, no woman should be left or denied these choices. Choices to know, choices to learn, choices to implement, choices to accelerate, choices to invest, and finally, choose a better life by building stronger families, communities, and nations. We are here to work as showcase for these women and highlight them as shining leaders through this global platform, in which we are hoping for plus 50 countries as women leaders and best representatives of their countries. What are the strategy of International Women's Day Conference 2020? We have designed our strategy or respond to all women by addressing their needs and trends to deliver long-term success. We need better businesses, we need better societies, and we need social impact investments. So better societies is about how we meet our responsibilities in relation to our communities or our projects. We are known or outperforming in women business expectations with our social impact investments. We recognize the role we must play in making a positive impact and transforming the life of women around the globe. Our social impact investment strategy focuses on 3 areas that are direct connection with our targets. So these are the targets of upcoming conference. We are going to handle one main stage with 50 plus events. We decided to set a target of 50 plus countries women's leadership will be participate in 2022 conference. We are going to tackle 10 sustainable development goals, majorly focused on women. We are going to cater 200 speakers, practitioners, women leaders, or business leaders in this conference. We are going to connect and sending requests to 30 plus sponsors to get the financial or non-financial sponsorship for this conference. And we are going to cater through these students or through this network, we are going to connect with the 50 plus partners in 3 different categories. Number 1, we are going to cater them in funding partnerships. We are going to call them as a technical partnerships, and we are going to register with ourselves as a strategic partners. So this is the overview of the collaboration for internship. So these two departments and these two initiatives are going to collaborate for this internship program. What is the vision of this internship program? The vision of this internship program is give back to community through youth engagement. What is the mission? The virtual internship program aims to advance the development work of non-profit, local government, and CSR initiatives by providing opportunities to eligible students to engage in consulting work to acquire international professional experience in the development field, like International Women's Day Conference 2022 platform. What are the objectives of this internship program? So the major objective again is the give back to community. So number one, objective to improve the possibilities of community internship program or community engagement program to successfully address gender aspects with the partners. Number two, to contribute to the empowerment of women students and graduates. Number three, to support women for finding entry points for future employment. Number four, work for the betterment of the community by capacity building. And number five, highlights International Women's Day Conference 2021 to 2030 initiative in academia. So these are the objectives of this internship program. What are the guidelines for joining us? The guidelines for joining us is apply project concepts. And for applying the project concepts, you must read the document of the International Women's Day Conference 2021 to 2030. So every student should go through with this document to understand better your role in this internship program. And then we are going to request you to increase proficiency in specific project discipline such as HR management. So what HR management is going to assign you, you can increase your proficiency or your work profitability for us. Then we are having develop and improve. So business skills in communication, technology, and teamwork. We are going to observe and participate community services and decision-making, meet professionals, models, and potential mentors from community, and expand network, professional relations, and contacts. So these are two major internship tasks. Number one, International Women's Day Conference 2022. International Women's Day Conference globally gives you an insight into your dreams, industry, network, grow your practical knowledge, and give you a competent edge over peers. And second task is community services. Internship provides students with a grassroots exposure to the on-ground realities of challenged areas of multiple countries. Tasks to the groups. We are going to segregate this group in 5 major groups. Number one, connecting to countries. As per task, you have previously seen the targets of the conference. So we are going to segregate these students and this group in 5 major groups. Number one, connecting to countries. Major tasks to connect with listed countries. Connecting to speakers, connecting to sponsorships, connecting to partnerships. And number 5 and group 5 is focused on research on International Women's Day Conference 2021 to 2030. And in this group 5 research, we are going to launch impact report. So will be prepared and launched collectively by CDF, Global Women's Development Network, and UMT IST department. So tasks and responsibilities as internee primary a support role. So these are very common tasks and responsibilities. So everyone, I think so quickly we can go through this. Assist and contribute to team performing assigned duties like PowerPoint presentations, drafting reports, designing creative research and trends, etc. So managing social media and emails, learn event handling, research on similar projects and activities, understanding the international internship process, take on the increasing amount of responsibilities, network forming a peer support group, and make a career call with International Women's Day Conference 2021 to 2030. So don't forget to share back to the community, because our objective of this internship is giving back to community. So what are the sectors of this conference? We are having 10 defined sectors for this conference, and these 10 defined sectors will be interlinked, not like the whole 10 sectors, but number of sectors are interlinked with your internship program. So these are the sectors. We are focusing majorly on business entrepreneurship. We have IT, ICT, and high tech. We have skills and livelihood, marketing and business development, health and well-being, food and agriculture, environment and climate action, safe and affordable energy, print and electronic media, safety and security. Focused issue under this project. So what issues we are going to cater under this collaborative project? The Sustainable Development Goals cover a wide range of social and economic development issues: poverty, hunger, health, education, climate change, gender equality, water sanitation, energy, environment, and social justice. So all these focus issues are going to be focused and catered under this internship program as well. Thanks. This is all from my side. And now we are going back to Sir Andrew William. And if Dr. Tamara joined us in the meeting, so we can take opening remarks from Dr. Tamara, and then we move forward.
Yes, Dr. Tamara is here, so I'll turn it over to her. Dr. Tamara, please.
Yes, thank you, Prince Andrew. Thank
Welcome,
you,
ma'am.
Maria. Yes, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm really glad for this ceremony and to be all together today to discuss this partnership. So thank you, Mariam, for a wonderful presentation and for all the valuable information that you gave to everybody today here. And in this occasion, I want to thank everyone who participated in this ceremony and all the team members and our partners in this program in particular. And basically, Mariam, you mentioned everything in your presentation. I'm not going to take a long time here today because we want to give the chance for our partners to talk about their part, other than just to conclude everything about the program and what we want in general. So as everybody knows today, it's a very unique day in our work in our network, where we are working on this type of partnership. And everybody knows how important is this partnership in terms of our communities and the development and the sustainable development goals that we're working in and working on women empowerment. So this partnership, which is between between us. I want to talk about the International Women Development Conference 2022 and the SDI, CDF, American International Education Federation. We are all here together to make this happening for the community engagement. And as it's mentioned in the presentation, we are working on a certain goals, which is the community development, to be engaged, to help, to develop, to add, and it's gonna be many tasks for our students in this virtual internship program. So the vision, the goals, it's all been mentioned now in the presentation. I'm not gonna repeat it again, but I want to just emphasize here and remind everybody today about our strength in unity, in working together and making this happening in this virtual internship program that's going to give the opportunity for all our students to have more experience, to have more skills, to add to their communities, to be more involved. And of course, it's going to be beneficial for both sides, the community and the students. And as everybody knows that we are working here in general on a comprehensive goal, which is a global development strategy and advancing the sustainable development goals of the United Nations, which are focused on a lot of targets. I'm not going to mention it all, but it's I believe it's clear for everybody, from poverty to reduce inequality, build the 2030 agenda, which is achieving all these sustainable development goals. And in particular, we're working here in women empowerment and quality education. And there's not going to be any type of development if there is no quality education in all types of developments. I'm talking here in general, and we are all working, we're joining hands together to make this happening. And we want to transform our world to a better world. That's all our mission, our efforts, whatever we are putting all together. We want to strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership of sustainable development. So this partnership program, which is the internship for the students, it's a partial work of whatever we're doing from the grand mission, from the grand goals, from the global working, global missions that we are doing and putting all these efforts. So it's all based on the concept of the having a sustainable development for our world and improving the quality of life of people and present time without prejudice to the rights and futures of generations in a better life. Therefore, the strategy we are working on includes the basic dimensions of sustainable development, women empowerment, again, and quality education, which are which gonna have many categories we're gonna work on, from economic to social to environmental dimensions. And I believe as outcomes for this partnership, we're gonna have a lot of achievements and progress, and I believe we will be ready even to move on to other stages and parts of our projects. So the vision here, as it's been mentioned in the presentation, is giving more to our communities, helping our communities, being more involved in our communities, making our new generation being more involved and getting more experience, and define the needs of our communities, where they're going to be able to categorize and prioritize all the needs of the communities, and they're going to start working on it. Yes, we're going to start in different communities, and it's going to be at one point globally, where many communities, we're going to have a separate project for that. So it's a huge agenda, a lot of goals, and it's going to need maybe, because we're working on a very, very long-term project, it's going to maybe need years and years, but as of the time being, or as for this stage, we support gender equality and and education and women empowerment in particular, and we're gonna be all working on that. And let me thank everybody here who's really putting a lot of efforts and dedicate a lot of time to make this happening, from our team, ambassadors, management, and our partners, all in their names, and for the students who's really participating with us today in such a wonderful program. And I believe and I'm positive that we're gonna achieve all the goals that we're working on with this spiritual work and all this effort, and with this goodwill. I believe we're gonna face all the challenges that maybe a lot of communities around the globe are really facing it, and we are going to make it. Thank you everyone for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tamara. And these are really very powerful words from your side about the program. Thank you so much for joining and making these opening remarks on. And this is going to be a bigger activity, because this is the first virtual internship program which is going to launch today from the network, like Global Women's Development Network, or even from the Community Development Foundation as well. So thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you so much for your all cooperation. Now we have Sir Andrew William, and Sir Andrew William is going to discuss with us about the virtual model and tasks of the program. So, sir, this is over to you, Sir Andrew William.
Well, good morning, and thank everyone for joining us here. If you're not speaking, please mute yourself so that we can have this presentation. I'm proud to be here as a representative of Dr. Tamara.
Kindly mute all other participants, please.
I cannot see the person that's not muted. We have 100 people here, so I'll have to ask everyone to mute yourselves. I cannot find you to mute you here. There are too many.
I guess everyone is muted now.
Okay, sir. No, you can.
You can. All right, thank you very much. As I said, I'm here on behalf of Dr. Tamara, and also as president of 5 Points Youth Foundation, but I'm also here to represent various virtual platforms we can use. Mr. Terrence Mayfield is not here, but they have a platform called VCOM. We used that earlier this year for a week-long event during Africa Week, and so we have that option as well. Now, in addition to that, we have a platform called Easy Expo. I'll share with the entire group a link to these at a later point, but I do want you to know that the United Nations has a platform they use called Hop-In. So I suggest, Miriam, that we educate all of our interns in various styles of virtual platforms, and then we can determine what best to use. So thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. So now, I think so. Sir, is Jenny Gerriton with us?
I don't see her in the group, no.
Yes, I have also. I also sent a message to her. I think so. Now we can open hall for answer questions. Aman, what do you think? If you allow to students, if they want to ask some answer questions, because we are waiting for the two speakers more. One is for the closing remarks, and other is for the one session. And in between, they can join us. If the participants can ask few questions from us, they can.
Yeah, perfectly. Students have any question they can ask. But I think it will be more appropriate for them that if we share the relevant tasks with them, that what they will be doing. So
yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. We are going to share tasks with them as well. And within a coming week, we are going to share the whole program with the timelines with them. So in between, they can, start their working. And, from today, there is a starting of Muharram as well. So I'm in process to making the whole timelines with the task, everything, and we will share with you in this week, and you can send to the students as well.
Right. What I can do, Mariam, is I have
Mariam,
please, Mr. Andrew, please.
Yes, sir.
someone raised their hands.
Yes, sir.
Awais, I believe.
Abbas Rahim. Abbas Rahim, do you want to ask something? No. Abbas, unmute yourself if you want to ask something. No, he didn't.
So I like to act student. If you want to ask, you can ask the question in Urdu as well.
Yeah, they are most welcome.
You can ask the question in Urdu and we can answer it.
Yes,
for you,
no
and
problem.
no problem.
Everyone is silent. I think so. The presentation is very much heavy for them.
Either they have understood all
or they understood nothing. So I think so. Before we moving towards the closing remarks, I think so. Hall is open for the answer questions, and in between, if Princess Epi has joined us for the closing remarks, so we can take. Otherwise, we can take closing remarks again from Dr. Tamara, and then we will close this meeting.
What I was saying that, Mariam, that for smooth communication, I have created a group of these students, a WhatsApp group. And what I can do, I can add you or a representative from your side in that group for smooth communication. And we can, you can also share the work details of the task. You will be engaging our students, and we can also provide some feedback on it. And as per your convenience, whatever you like to, you want to do.
Everything is suitable for us, which can, minimize our work as well, because through your groups, we can communicate easily to all students, and we can send our information regarding the program, etc. I think so this can be a good idea if you can add us in the group, or we can even nominate 1 or 2 representatives from our group as well, which can work on behalf of us. So yes, this is perfectly fine for us.
That will be perfect. Whenever you will share the task, I will kind of rotate them. I will
just give me 1 week. Just give me 1 week. We can set we can set a meeting with the team, and we can define this all tasks, and we will share with you.
Okay, whenever you're done, you just let me know, and I'll add you in that WhatsApp group.
Okay. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you. Dr. Tamara, I am going to again request you for the closing remarks, because I think the Princess Epi, due to some issues, is not joining us. So I think so we can have closing remarks from you again. Dr. Tamara, are you with us? Okay. So
yes, I see her here, but I don't hear her.
Yeah, she is. She is. That's why I was waiting. I seriously wish that students should also add something from their side as well. But I think so all of them are quiet and
students, students, अगर आप कुछ question पूछना चाह रहे हैं तो floor open है. You can ask regarding आपका जो community service engagement है, ये जो internship plan है उसके ऊपर, या जो आपने अभी conference के हवाले से कुछ चीजें देखी हैं, तो आप उसके regarding जो आपके ज़हन में कोई सवाल वगैरह आ रहा है, you can ask them, आप पूछ सकते हैं.
आप even उर्दू में भी बात कर सकते हैं, उसमें कोई issue नहीं है. आप अगर उर्दू में बात करना चाहते हैं, आप उर्दू में सवाल पूछे, हम उसका आपको सिमिलर लैंग्वेज में जवाब देंगे. लेकिन आप क्वेश्चन करना चाहिए. इससे ये है कि प्रोग्राम के साथ आपकी क्लैरिटी पहले होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, फिर आपको टास्क असाइन होंगे, तो वो ज्यादा क्लैरिटी के साथ आप कर सकते हैं, इंस्टेड कि हम आपको सिर्फ टास्क दे दें और हम आपको कहेंगे जी ये आप टास्क करें. So I think so. I have seen Dr. Tamara again with us. Dr. Tamara, I'm going to request you again for the closing remarks because Princess Seppi is having some issues. She's not joining us due to some reasons. So I think so. We need closing remarks again from your side.
Okay, okay, sounds really good. So for us today, the most important thing is number one, we went through the whole presentation and the whole program and what's the vision and the goals and the task. Number two, we need everybody here as a whole program to know what's the tasks, what's the plan in the near future, and what's the mission gonna be for each group of the students or as in general. And then we're gonna divide the plan for task and missions for every group, or we're gonna divide it as a categories, whatever it's gonna be. At least everybody gonna know their role and their responsibility in this program. And we're gonna divide it all and link it at the end to timeline. According to the timeline, we're gonna measure the task if it's been accomplished according the time frame, and then we're gonna move on for the next tasks and next missions. And it's gonna be all under a time limit for the whole program. So I just wanted to mention what's gonna be happening as a program or as a projects we're gonna have inside the main project. But for the mission and for the vision, I want everybody here to make sure about the program, what we're looking for, what's the target, and what's the main exact needs of our communities. Because we, as we mentioned in all our presentations and documents, Ariel, for this program, it's going to be about serving communities, it's about economy, it's about social, it's about the needs in general in the community. That's why we need first to address what's the main needs for the time being and then start working on that. So that's the main thing here today. And of course, it's going to be submitted to our team, and it's going to be with the following from every team member who's responsible from our side and from their side as well, because they need somebody to supervise them for all the students from the university itself. And of course, from our team member, we're gonna need as well the supervision and following with the leaders of the programs there, so to make sure that everything is going on accordingly and according to our plan. So that's the main let's say targets and the main plan for the near future. And of course, I believe we need to meet let's say every maybe a couple of weeks or maybe less, just to make sure that the plan are working according to and the missions and the task according to the main plan. And then we're gonna approve it and then move on. So again, thank you so much all for whatever you're doing, for all the efforts, for the participation, for this partnership. And I believe, yes, we all can make it, and it's going to be partial projects from the main project, which is the Global Women Development Network are working on, which is also, it's all linked to the main global projects, which is Shaping Our Future Together, which is working on, again, advancing the Sustainable Development Goals with the United Nations to have a better world. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I have seen one, not concern, it's a comment in the chat. That is anything tangible of your platform, or only you are showing yourself good on the papers? And in the answer, yes, we are having so much practical work. And when you are coming to attach with us for your internship program, so you can see that what exactly we as a platform are doing. Because when we are here front of you, it means we are a platform. And platforms are always having histories and histories of success and development. So yes, we have a lot of practical work. I think so.
You know
I
what?
will be
You know what, Mariam? I want to add one point. Thank you for
Yes,
answering the question, but it's of course we are here only to work. It's all
Yes.
about being practical. If it's not
Yeah.
being practical, why we're here today? This is the
Yeah.
first question. Second,
Why we
shaping
are
the
here.
team, doing the whole work, making this entity, making the registration, bringing all these parties in, from individuals to
Exactly.
organizations to associations. So everybody's working really hard to make it really practical, but we are in a phase of preparing everything, and we're going to start the implementation process right away. So this program itself, it's a proof of being practical and making things reality. I want everybody here to realize that we never conclude or accept a participation in either any type of project, conferences, events, if it's not gonna be with the real outcomes, where we're gonna translate all the outcomes and results as a recommendations, and we're gonna start working on that. And to get this recommendation, we bring all the stakeholders, we bring all the decision makers, even politicians, academics, all types of stakeholders, and everybody who can add to our programs and projects. And after that, we bring all the recommendations, and we're gonna start right after whatever the event or the meetings or the plans we are working on to implement it and to make it a reality in our life, to help our communities. And at the end, we are working to develop our communities in all sectors, not only in certain sectors. So all of that, it's a proof that we're very practical, and we never accept it just, you know, gathering or type of events and without outcomes. We are working really hard with all our team and our partners, and very appreciated all their efforts, of course. And in a very near future, it's going to be a project's implementation 100%. So thank you so much for your question. And again, I'm thanking everybody here today for being with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ma'am, we have Jenny Keriton with us. Jenny, we are waiting for you from the last 30 minutes. So now we are moving towards your session directly. Jenny, can you listen me?
Yes, Miriam.
Okay.
Good
How are
evening,
you?
everyone. Good evening,
So
everyone.
Jenny is the head of strategic planning in the conference. So Jenny is delivering her session today related to highlights the program strategies and implementing model of the program. So Jenny, now it's over to you. We have almost done our work, so it's over to you now.
Good evening, everyone. I know it's late over there. It's early over here for me. I'm on a much different time zone. I'm so sorry for the delay. I am in the middle of juggling several meetings, trying to be on a few at a time. So I super apologize, and thank you so much for your patience. Just want to say thank you, everyone, for joining. We've got a lot of people here today. Wow, just looking at everyone, so exciting. So my name is Jenny Carrington. Just to briefly introduce myself and who I am the head of strategic planning for the IWDC conference, and we are I'm calling in today from Phoenix, Arizona. So I'm over in the United States. My background, I have a master's degree in human development, and I specialize in community design and organizational planning. So I have done many events, both in person and on Zoom, for many years. I have worked with everything from youth and children and families all the way to elders, teaching yoga to elders. So I've done many different things. And I've been working with Miriam for over a year now, correct, Miriam? So we have been working together to see how we can bring people on board to make what we had last year at our IWDC, bring it to scale. So we want to take what we did last year, which was reach over 100 people, I think over 100 people every day on our IWDC call. And we want to really reach thousands of people. We want to be able to touch with our event and with the programs that are going to come out of the event. We want to bring that to different sectors, as well as to reach different women in different countries, and really bring people on board. And that's going to take a little bit of organization and planning. So you all, I know, have joined this call because you're eager and excited to be involved in a project that has meaning, to be involved in a project that's well organized. So that's where I come in. So your intern, we're talking to the interns here, right, Miriam? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're coming for
so
internship.
folks, yeah, so folks, we're going to need people who are really good at doing spreadsheets. We're going to need people who are really good at writing email copy. We're going to need people who are really good at making phone calls. We're going to need people who are really good at doing follow-up Zoom calls and who are good face-to-face. We're going to need people who are really good at facilitation, so connecting different organizations and seeing how different ideas connect. People who are in the technology sector who want to bring in their contacts in the technology sector and get sponsorships from that sector. So no matter what your skill set is, even if your skill set seems to be something that doesn't feel like it's related to women empowerment, it probably is. And it's probably something that we can use. So after this call, what I want you to do is I want you to go home and take stock of what your skill set is and what you can bring to us so that we can take a look at all the different types of skills we have and use them to strategically outline over the next 6 months how we're going to bring in funding sponsors, how we're going to bring in technical partners to organize and plan the events, and how we're going to bring in strategic partners to scale our programs. So those are our 3 categories of partners, guys, and you might want to write this down. We have our funding partners, our technical partners, and our strategic partners. And we want to have, Miriam, do we have an application process set up yet?
Yes, we are going to document whole strategies and timelines and the sequence of the work in this coming week.
Okay, great. So as Miriam said, we're gonna get going on an application process for you. I also think that, if you're a video person, that's gonna be really important. We're gonna have a lot of people that we want to be documenting this, taking and curating clips of our Zoom meetings and editing them down so that we can make little promo videos. So maybe that's you. Maybe you're someone who, I don't know. I'm just thinking of the different ways that we're going to need people to get involved. So I want you to think about what your skill set is, how you want to get involved. And then we will keep an eye out for this application process. And over the next 6 months, we're going to empower you with the tools and templates that you'll need to write those emails, to reach out to those people. And we're going to be here to support you in the process of making a really strong conference happen, where everyone knows their lane, everyone knows how to show up, when to show up, what to do when they get here, and what they're going to get out of it. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this internship and about how you might fit or be involved, I want you to feel encouraged to reach out, whether to Miriam or to myself or to Dr. Tamara, and we can make you feel really comfortable about getting involved, because we're going to need you. It's all hands on deck now. It's all hands on deck. So we don't want you to be shy about thinking again that maybe, this isn't for me. we have a place for everyone, and even probably some managerial type positions. We might need a volunteer coordinator, someone to organize the intake. So if your skill set is a little bit more managerial and you're really good at managing people, we are really willing to work with you and see how we can include you in the organization process from the get-go. Guys, time is going to move fast, right? So we're working backward from March 3rd through 8th of 2022. And that only gives us about 6-7 months here to bring in these partners. So get ready for a ride, and we're really excited to have you on board. And I'm open to any questions if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns for me right now.
Well, first I'd like to ask Ahmad if he could provide an Urdu translation for those students that may not have been able to understand English
Ahmed,
quite well.
if you want to give a brief translation for the students of the Jenny's talk,
Right.
So I think so you can describe.
Right. Actually, students जो बात हो रही है वो ये हो रही है कि स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनर होंगे यहाँ पे जिनके लिए आप काम कर रहे होंगे. आपने डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज जिसमें जो जेनी है उन्होंने बताया कि आप ईमेल्स कर रहे होंगे उनके जो प्रोजेक्ट इनिशिएटिव है उसके बारे में. आप इफ यू आर गुड एट समथिंग लाइक आप वीडियोस बना सकते हैं और एडिटिंग करके उनके जो कुछ क्लिप्स हैं उसको बना के प्रमोशनल वीडियोस बना सकते हैं, तो उसके ऊपर काम कर सकते हैं. प्लस इसके अलावा कुछ एक्टिविटीज़ जो है वो मरियम भी आपसे शेयर कर देंगी जो होंगी, लेकिन मेजर इसमें ये चीज़ें हैं कि आप सोशल मीडिया कैंपेन्स के ऊपर काम कर सकते हैं, उनके साथ प्रमोशनल एक्टिविटीज़ पे काम कर सकते हैं. तो वो सारी चीज़ को ब्रीफ किया गया है. इसमें अगर आपका कोई सवाल है, कोई क्वेश्चन है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं रिगार्डिंग से.
Thank you very much.
And I'd also just want to say the last thing that I'll say is, moving into some of the programs that are going to happen. So right now, I think we're really focused on the conference. We're really excited about the conference. And the conference, folks, is bringing together strategic leaders from all around the world, people who have programs already that they're implementing in their home country that, again, we want to bring to scale. So I want you to think about this word, guys, scale, and what that means, and how we're going to be able to organize programs that might come into the conference, vendors, people with things that they're doing in their home country that they want to bring to another country to empower women all over the world. And what that's going to take. It takes an army, right? A peaceful army. So this is not a one-off opportunity. If you enjoy working with us and you enjoy the work that we're doing, this opportunity is only going to grow, and we're going to build relationships on this team. We're going to really probably get to know each other pretty well here. So it's about building relationships and, making friendships here and leading with the heart, right? Coming into this with a heart to really change the world, to really make an impact. So what you're doing for this women's conference, even though it might seem like it's just one conference, is really going to grow and to touch the lives of children, youth, families, and mothers and women, rural women, urban women, young women, old women, all over the world. So if you're able to come to this conference through your internship, there may be opportunities to grow with any of the number of companies that are present that come to the conference. So I just want you to keep that in mind as university students. I want you to keep in mind what opportunities there might be to find an organization that really meets your heart's needs and your career aspirations. We want this to be as much for you as it is for us.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much to describe the whole way and the targets and the tasks for the students. And similar talk we have received from different, university speakers as well. And thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you for joining us. Sarendra, have you, Princess Happy is with us? Yes, sir.
Before we go, I'd like to take 2 minutes to share the 17 Sustainable Development Goals.
Yes, sir.
We've talked about this trend terms, but I want to make sure they understand what it is. So bear with me just a moment, please. Also, Ahmad, if you could be so kind, again, if you have an understanding of why the Sustainable Development Goals are important to your students or interns, this would be a very good time and early to explain it to them while I bring up this video. If you could be so kind.
Actually, Mr. Andrew, we have a session with our students where we explain what sustainable development goals are, but I can also do it at the moment. Please, when you play the video, I'll go, I will kind of translate it to them as well.
Thank you so much. I'm bringing it up now.
We're going to wait for the video, or should I?
Yes, yes, please. It'll only, well, it'll take me about 60 seconds or so for my internet connection to go. So if you like, please take this time. That'll let me get better prepared, if you would, please.
So I wasn't able to hear you.
Saying that it will take 60 seconds to start the video.
And then it may take 60 seconds for the video to start. Just a second, please.
I thought we have slow internet in Pakistan only.
No, it's everywhere.
We have a digital divide all over the world.
At least we have something in
May not be a good idea, Ahmad. It's difficult.
Yeah.
So should I start about what sustainable development goals
Yes,
are?
I think so. I think so. As a background music.
Okay. Actually, student, जो बात हो रही है sustainable development goals क्या हैं? ये 17 goals हैं जो United Nations के goals हैं basically, और ये हैं कि आप कैसे एक community को, एक country को sustainable model के ऊपर बना सकते हैं, लेके आ सकते हैं. तो ये 17 goal है जिसमें अगर आप देखें इसको, वो भी वीडियो भी स्टार्ट हो जाएगी तो उसमें भी आपको पता लग जाएगा क्या है. लेकिन स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम के बेसिकली नो पॉवर्टी है कि आप गुर्बत का खात्मा कैसे होगा, इसमें जीरो हंगर जहाँ पे भूख का खात्मा होगा, लोगों को रोटी कपड़ा मकान का जो कॉन्सेप्ट आपने देखा होगा यहाँ पे हमारे चलता है कि उसके ऊपर कॉन्सेप्ट है. लेकिन ये काफ़ी डेवलप्ड साइड के ऊपर आ रहे हैं कि कैसे लीस्ट डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज के अंदर जो इश्यूज हैं उसके ऊपर फोकस किया गया, और फिर यूनाइटेड नेशंस बैठी और उन्होंने इसके ऊपर ये 17 गोल्स जो हैं वो लिखे हैं. और इसको मैं आपको यही कहूँगा कि आप इसको डिटेल में देखें कि ये जो 17 गोल हैं वो क्या हैं. सारे इंटर रिलेटेड हैं. इसमें क्वालिटी एजुकेशन भी है, हेल्थ के ऊपर भी बात कर रहे हैं, वो जेंडर इक्वालिटी के ऊपर बात की जा रही है उसके अंदर. इसके अंदर आप एक सिटी को, एक शहर को सस्टेनेबल इकोनॉमी को ऊपर कैसे बात करते हैं, उसको कैसे आप इनिशिएटिव ले सकते हैं. एजुकेशन, राइट टू एजुकेशन जो है, जो आपकी बेसिकली हमारे इम्प्लीमेंट भी है, 25 आर्टिकल भी है वही, लेकिन ये अभी इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हो सका. राइट टू एजुकेशन पाकिस्तान में सबके पास नहीं है. तो बेसिकली ये 17 गोल्स हैं और हर एक गोल जो है वो इंटर रिलेटेड है और ये सारे डेवलपमेंट्स के ऊपर फोकस कर रहे हैं. तो आप इसको ज़रूर गो थ्रू कीजिएगा कि बेसिकली इसके पीछे एजेंडा क्या है. ये बेसिकली प्रॉपर एक सस्टेनेबल मॉडल है कि एक जो एक इकोनॉमी है या एक जो कम्युनिटी है या आप हैं या मैं हैं, हम जो है एक सस्टेनेबल इन्वायरमेंट के अंदर, मॉडल के अंदर कैसे सर्वाइव कर सकते हैं और वो कैसे चीज़ें आ सकती हैं. तो आप इसको जरूर.
इसमें मैं एक चीज़ और ऐड करना चाह रही हूँ
जी प्लीज.
कि इंटरनेशनल वुमेन्स डे कॉन्फ्रेंस is also going to cater 3 major sustainable development goals. Goal number 4, 5, and 17. And this is UN theme for conference of 2022. So we are also going to cater 3 major goals in this. So students can be learned from these 3 goals, because education goal for education, goal for gender equality and women empowerment, and goal for networking and partnership are already defined and described for 2022 theme for the International Women's Day Conference. So we are already taking these goals with us. So thank you so much. Like you have described these goals. These goals are already focused by the International Women's Conference, and 3 goals are going to specifically cater under this conference 2022 in March as well.
But actually, SDI जो focused at, we are also focusing on all these sustainable development goals. And initially, when we started collaborating, we kind of started under the SDG 17 that we have to build partnerships. We don't have a product, we have services, and our product are our students. So how can we kind of give them an idea that how to be a part of a community where they can be active member of it. They can kind of pay back to it. They are the part of the society, they're part of the community. So they have some responsibilities towards them as well. So,
good afternoon, everyone.
So,
thank you.
Yes.
We are also working to kind of quality education. You mentioned in SDG 4 that our university is providing, trying to basically, we have an ILM fund in our university where we have given scholarships of amounting 5 billion rupees to students, to needy students or the students who are kind of getting high grades, so that they can achieve, they can have the education. So basically, academia can also focus and be a part of attaining these sustainable development goals. But unfortunately, in Pakistan, the role of academia, as I said earlier, has been ignored entirely. So I think collaborations like these will give us the platform to bridge the gap. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ahmed, to describe sustainable development goals and especially make understandable to the students as well. Now, Princess Epi is with us. Princess Epi, if you want to talk, you are most welcome, because I am seeing your chat, and I think so you are in traveling. So if you want to talk, we love to listen you as a goodwill ambassador of Conference 2122. It's over to you, ma'am, and we are waiting for your remarks as well.
Good evening. Can you hear me? I'm trying to unmute and I don't see I'm on the phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Right. Good evening, everyone. My apologies. I went to go running and I missed the time slot. And I am so elated, and thank you so much to such a huge number of people that wants to see their hands on the deck. And thank you to Jenny, as vibrant, high vibrancy as usual. Thank you to Miriam, and thank you to Dr. Tamara, to Prince Andrew as well, everybody who's behind scenes. And we welcome the team that is going to be working together with us. I am ready to be directed. I'm a servant. I humble myself and submit to everyone who is on the authoritative seat as we work together. And we will see as the work unfolds as to how do we contribute to that. It's just that I think I'm going to respect because I arrived late, and then we will get a catch up and know where we are heading. But I am, in general, really happy and very hopeful. And I look forward to really seeing the march and seeing all this coming together. And I know for sure, for certain, that is all going to come together so beautifully, so successfully. Thank you very much, Madam President.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you so much, Ahmed. Especially these are your efforts. You connect us. You connect such a huge number of students with us, and I'm really very much hopeful with this program that we are going to open the doors not only through this program, but we are going to open the doors for the development work with these students and with your university as well. Thank you so much for connecting us with this program. And this is really, I'm feeling very much proud that Ahmed is my colleague as well. And today I'm really very much proud that we both did a very good job, especially this is whole your work. You are behind the scene of this program.
Credit goes to you, Mariam. Thank you so
No,
much.
thank you so much.
And,
And
like
my
to
whole team, yes.
Yeah.
My whole team is taking very keen interest in this program. My chairperson, my directors, my goodwill ambassador, all this team is joining us only to support this program, and they are going to, taking so much from this program through your cooperation, through your students' cooperation. And I think so very soon we are going to give you the whole program with the timeline. Me and Jenny will design in the supervision of our media director, Sir Andrew William. So we are going to submit this program to you. And I think so we are very much hopeful. And thank you so much. If you want to say something, you are most welcome.
Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Mariam. The credit goes to you. Basically, I really believe that this platform will be a huge platform for our students to learn.
Yes.
And see what international engagements have been done for sustainable development goals. And definitely these students, they are undergraduate students, they don't have that much of knowledge regarding what SDGs are and how they are being implemented in our national policy. But when they will be joining your platform and doing the work which will be assigned them, I think it will be a huge learning experience for them. And then it can not only, this is the benefit that they will earn their one credit as well for engaging with your organization, but they will also learn to be a social, responsible, empathetic future leader. So the credit goes to you. Thank you so much for providing our students this opportunity, and I'm really looking forward to it. And thank you, everyone, especially Mr. Andrew, Dr. Tamara, Jenny, and if I'm forgetting anyone, sorry for that, Princess SP, and you, Mariam.
And all students.
All the students, definitely.
Yeah.
Basically, these are our future leaders. So they have to take lead and work for the betterment of society. They have to lead our country. So I think they will learn a lot from this program. So thank you so much. Thank you once again. And Mr. Andrew is still waiting for the video.
Well, thank you so much.
So you can share the video
It's
on the
almost
link.
ready,
I can
but
share with the group.
I'm happy that
the link is in the chat.
Yeah,
The link is in the chat.
He shared the
But
link.
I do want to mention to you that
Okay.
in addition to your national outreach,
Yeah.
this is
Thank you
also
so
for the
much.
Urdu people, and they are indigenous. I'm
Yeah.
working every day with the indigenous groups, and we have one here that's focused on call centers and financial literacy. So I hope to bring together our indigenous communities together around the world.
But
Thank
I
you so
agree.
much.
100% agree. It will. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrew.
Everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good night.